Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Boom. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now, let's start off with some quick sports. Now, Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Rashid Rice faces 8 charges. All right, now this is including aggravated assault after he allegedly, him and another driver were racing and crashed into a bunch of cars.
Dallas police issued arrest warrants Wednesday for Chiefs wide receiver and former SMU star Rashid Rice over his role in this chain reaction crash March 30th. Police say Rice was speeding in a Lamborghini SUV when it and a speeding Corvette caused the series of collisions on the Central Expressway near University Boulevard. 4 other vehicles were hit, injuring multiple people. Yet TMZ photos showed the people in the Lamborghini and Corvette leave the scene before police arrived. Last week, Rice's attorney told reporters he expected charges to be filed.
Every question that was asked of him, he responded to the Dallas Police Department. And we will continue to cooperate with them in terms of this particular accident.
Yeah, so that's what happened. Nobody was killed, but yeah, he caused several accidents. And lastly, Donald Trump was in Atlanta, and he pulled up on Chick-fil-A to buy some Chick-fil-A. He was in Atlanta for a fundraiser trying to raise some money, and he was hungry. He wanted to bring some food for the homies.
So we'll order 30 milkshakes. We'll give them out to the people, and we'll take some for ourselves, okay? Good. Thank you very much, everybody. Hello.
This has got a great American franchise, Chick-fil-A.
It is. It's a great franchise. The owner is a great man who's a member of one of my clubs, and he's fantastic. And, yeah, they do very well. They're closed on Sunday.
It's the Lord's Chicken.
That's the Lord's Chicken. You're right. So we're going to get rid of Biden.
Bye-bye, Sleepy Joe.
The worst president in the history of the United States, and he's horrible to the black community, whether you like it or not.
Been that way since
the black
a senator.
Community band, and check out his record in the 1990s. Check out his record in the 1990s.
You're economically what's for us.
What's the problem? It's election season.
Biden better not show up to Popeyes.
It's a presidential election season, and you know people calling that pandering. I don't know if that's pandering because Trump loves fast food,
Correct.
so Chick-fil-A makes sense.
Yep.
As Jess just said, Popeyes would be pandering. Church's Chicken would be pandering, but the owner of Chick-fil-A, as far as I know, has pretty conservative values.
Right.
You heard him talking about his Christian roots. He's also donated to a lot of anti-LGBTQ groups. It seems on brand to me.
Yeah.
And it's incredible.
But he just put that guy out there like he said he's in one of my groups. What if he didn't want nobody to know that he was with you?
I think people know
Yeah,
that.
people know he's
but
a
the
Trump
Chick-fil-A
supporter.
owner
Yeah.
is very conservative.
Yes.
Okay.
It's incredible when people get mad at stuff like that. You know, the reality is Trump has supporters, y'all. Y'all
Yes,
know this.
a lot of them.
Okay? Stop calling them stupid and understand it's an election. And instead of talking about all the bad things you think Trump is doing, talk about all the good things you think President Biden is doing.
Right.
Well, you know, how about spend some time doing that? Put some energy into that.
All right, well, that is front page news. Now get it off your chest, 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. Again, 800-585-1051. Get it off your chest. Call us up right now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up. Early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Jess Hilarious, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Now we got to discuss inflation.
Lord have mercy.
Now, they predicted how inflation would affect Americans, and they didn't predict it right. Reason being is it shot up like crazy. They're saying gasoline prices shot up like crazy. They're saying paying 20% more for milk, 30% more for bread, 50% more for eggs.
No, 103% more for eggs.
Oh, this says 50% more for eggs
it's right
as
here.
of
I'm looking at it right
2020.
here.
That's crazy.
103% more
They
for
said
eggs.
rent is up 20%, and they said electricity cost is up about 30%.
And steak too now. I saw Lil Duval post that on Instagram yesterday, and the steak is going up 26% in the grocery store.
Well, the problem is people's salaries aren't going up like that. So people are having a tough time dealing with bills, having a tough time dealing with buying necessities, and things are getting crazy. And they're saying that, you know, this should have been predicted and possibly handled where they lower the interest rates. And this is what Biden said about it.
Last month, you predicted the Federal Reserve would cut interest rates thanks to falling inflation. But today, data showed that inflation rose more than expected for the third straight month. Do you stand by your prediction for a rate cut?
Well, I do stand by my prediction that before the year is out, there'll be a rate cut. This may delay it a month or so. I'm not sure of that. We don't know what the Fed is going to do for certain. But look, we have dramatically reduced inflation from 9% down to close to 3%. We're better situated than we were when we took office, where inflation was skyrocketing. And we have a plan to deal with it, whereas my opposition talks about two things. They just want to cut taxes for the wealthy and raise taxes on other people. And so I think they have no plan. Our plan is one I think is still sustainable.
Hey man, y'all keep screaming about how good the economy is, and I keep saying for who? I don't think I don't
keep screaming that.
Well, Bidenomics. I don't think people realize how hard everyday working class Americans are getting hit for basic necessities like groceries. And this is why Biden needs to start talking about stimulus checks. It's an election year, man. You got to start throwing things on the table. Start talking about Biden bucks. Tell people you want to put some money in their pocket to help them with things like groceries, to help them with things like gas, and put your name on the checks. Now, we know Republicans in Congress aren't going to let that pass, but make a big show about it. At least let people think you want to put some money in their pocket, and then let them know who's blocking them from getting that money.
I mean, it's so crazy because you can see it in not only just your groceries, but if you somebody that goes to fast food, right? The prices of McDonald's shot up through the roof. Like McDonald's is almost like a real Applebee's meal right now. You know what I mean? Which is very expensive. So
well, you think about it, we're not supposed to be eating none of this stuff anyway. So actually, the dairy going up shouldn't have a problem with it because dairy carries disease.
But that's all they can afford, though. That's all a lot of people can afford. They can't afford to eat healthy. It's even more money to eat healthy.
Yeah. Well, now it's not affordable to eat unhealthy. You get what I'm saying?
Well,
it's not.
We're just gonna do Ramadan all year.
Yeah, get fast.
Milk, eggs.
Like if you do almond milk is even more expensive.
Yes.
Like everything is just super duper expensive. Now, if you're out there and you drive a Ford, I know a lot of times we get these recalls in the mail. I do it all the time myself. I look at it and I just throw it out. But yes, we should take our cars in for recalls. I know it's a problem. I know it takes a little bit of our extra time, but it could save our life because Ford is recalling almost 43,000 cars.
Ford is recalling nearly 43,000 SUVs because gas can leak from the fuel injectors onto hot engine surfaces, increasing the risk of fires. The recall covers certain Bronco Sport SUVs from the 2022 and 2023 model years, as well as Escapes from 2022. We're told that the recall remedy does not include repairing the fuel leaks. Dealers will install a tube to let gasoline flow away from hot surfaces to the ground below the vehicle.
This count for all Fords, Expeditions, Explorers, all that good stuff?
Well, she said the Broncos and Escapes.
Oh, okay.
And lastly, I know, shout out to all the parents out there. Sometimes them Lunchables save the day, right? When you're a parent and you got to go on the run, sometimes you just need a little Lunchable, right? Well, they're saying that Lunchables, you should check the Lunchables because they're having Consumer Reports that some of them might have lead in them.
Watchdog Group this morning is pushing to remove Lunchables from the National School Lunch Program.
Consumer Reports say the snack has high levels of lead and cadmium. The CDC says there is no safe level of lead for children. The World Health Organization classified cadmium as a human carcinogen. The group also found Lunchables contain high levels of sodium.
Now, Consumer Reports says most of the snacks also contain phthalates, which can be linked to reproductive issues, diabetes, and some cancers.
Well, people can't afford them no more. Okay, Lunchables used to be like $1. Now they almost $4 at Walmart. Okay, so you might as well give that up. You can't even afford it no more anyway.
And they're like $6 at 7-Eleven.
Damn!
Yeah,
that much?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, that was the last time I bought one. But another thing, like lead, that's been around forever because a lot of my friends got lead settlements. So a lot of people be looking for money.
Oh yeah, that was a thing in Baltimore.
That was a thing.
Yeah,
it was a thing in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yep, I got a lot of my little lead-rich friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if that's the way you got to get money, you know how many people we just sent to the store that buy Lunchables. People in the hood, they like, oh, if we can get lead, then we later on can lead to lead settlements.
Well, how about
I remember that back in the day. I remember they did like a big Baltimore lead paint study.
Crazy.
Like they was using y'all as the
Hot
example.
Wheels, there was absolutely, ain't no y'all because I checked to see if I had
I mean,
it because I
y'all
wanted
is in
some money, but I
Baltimore.
ain't have it. Yeah, but it was in the paint. It was in the, they put it in the projects. They put in like the little Hot Wheels cars, like all of that.
Yeah, because they said, if I remember correctly, they said that families with young children were deliberately exposed to lead
Deliberately
by
exposed.
being housed with their families in apartments.
Absolutely.
Where lead paint had not been completely
Yep.
removed. Like that was the thing they was doing to people
And
in
he had
Baltimore.
to pay out millions and millions and millions to different families.
You see what I'm saying?
In Baltimore.
And y'all think people from Baltimore are just crazy because they're crazy.
It's the lead.
All right, then why y'all crazy in Monk's Corner? Y'all ain't had no lead.
It was something.
It was
I'm
something.
sure it was something. There's something in the water.
Stop playing with us, yo. For real. Don't play with us.
And that is front page news. Now, when we come back, Crystal Smith and Tamika Raymond will be joining us. They're on WeTV's Bold and Bougie. You watch the show?
Yes.
How you like the show?
Oh, you lying.
I think it's great.
I mean,
you need to
damn.
relax.
For no
like,
reason. Why?
No.
Crystal already your friend. You
Nobody
ain't even gotta lie like that.
Nobody lying. No, I saw the first episode. It's so good.
When Jess face don't move, but that show ain't shake, she lying.
She lying. So we're going to talk to them when we come back. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club.